Here's a quick lesson from our bootcamp class. And before I begin, just to let you know, I'm using a utility which allows students to see how I'm interacting with my computer. So example, if I left click, you'll see the icon appear here. And if I use keyboard shortcuts, they're going to appear in that gray box on the right side of the screen. Just makes the lesson a little bit more understandable for students so they can see what we're doing. I'm here on the ctpstudent.com website. This is where we start all of our classes. I'm going to head down into bootcamp. And this lesson is part of week 2. It's in the efficient use of Windows. Cover a number of things here, but for now, I just want to show you the Aero snap. There's 2 different ways of using this. I'll show you both ways, but I need a couple of windows to be open to do this lesson. I have tabs already open for another assignment that we do in the class, and this demonstrates how we can use Aero snap to do our work efficiently. So, in case you didn't know, one thing you can do with a web browser is to grab one of the tabs with the left mouse button and just drag it off, and it can become its own window. So I've done that with the document that I'm creating, and I'll also do this with the ONET online window. Now, as you can see, I've got 3 windows open. The document I'm creating, ONET online, which is our reference document, our source document, and then the lesson itself. I'll go back to the lesson here. And what we want to do is to practice this Aero snap feature. It allows us to arrange windows side by side so that we can work between them quickly and efficiently. It's a very simple technique once you've practiced it. You take your first window and grab a hold of it with your left mouse button on the title bar. Just drag it to the far left edge of the screen, and you may have noticed a pane of glass has appeared, splitting the screen in half. If I demonstrate that again, it might be a little more easy to see visually. And that's letting me know what will happen when I let go of my mouse button. And there, it snapped to the left side of the screen, filling up exactly half the screen. On the right, I have previews of the other windows that I have open. I can simply click on the window that I want to use on the right side of the screen. And this is just my screen recording software down here, which looks a little funny. Normally, you wouldn't be seeing this. So I'll click on my ONET online webpage, and it will snap now to exactly fill the right side of the screen. I have the document I'm creating and the reference material I'm working from. In this assignment, students will capture some of the information about their career goal and put it into this document. So for example, we need the ONET online summary. That's this text here at the top of the page. If I select it, I can use Control-C on my keyboard to copy it. I can move over to the document that I'm creating, and I can use Control-V to paste. So I copied it, pasted it. Only problem here is that not only did I copy the content, I also copied the formatting. It's not the formatting of my document that I'm creating, and so this can create some problems. It's not too difficult to fix, but it can be a little annoying, especially if you don't notice it. So to save some time and effort, instead of pasting, I'll do a Control-Z here to undo. If I right-click, we have an option called Paste Without Formatting. That will paste the content, but not bring the formatting of that external document into the document I'm creating. This is almost always a better option to use. It's a keyboard shortcut, Control-Shift-V. So if I try that, Control-Shift-V. It's pasted the content, but has not brought along the formatting of the other document, and that's almost always what I would prefer to have happen. So there's a couple things that we practiced here. We took tabs off of one browser window so we could create multiple browser windows. We used Aero Snap to arrange the windows side by side. And then we used paste without formatting to bring some content from one document into another without including the formatting in that process. As I mentioned, Aero Snap can be done with the mouse, but it can also be done with keyboard shortcuts. So as an example, if I wanted to use Aero Snap with keyboard shortcut, I select my first document, I press and hold the Windows key, and then I tap the left arrow on my keyboard. Then it'll snap to the left side. It'll give me a preview of the other windows that are open on the right. I can use the arrow keys on my keyboard to select the document that I want to snap to the left. I just hit enter, and now I've snapped them left and right using the keyboard shortcuts. Great little tool for arranging your screen. It does require that you have reasonably good vision or a reasonably large monitor, and it might not always be true. Definitely not true for me. So this technique won't be useful for everybody, but there are other techniques that we demonstrate for the students so that they can use what's going to work best for them.